I called it I called it Rainy Wednesday vibes. Just to let
Rainy
you know.
Wednesday vibes.
Yeah, that's what it is. We're gonna be transparent about what's happening.
It's always sunny here at Venus, though.
It is true, absolutely. All the lights are on today. Every possible one that we own. But yes, I like to give people a second to
Yep.
get their notifications right. I always said, like, if you're driving, pull over. Some people will come in, they're like, oh my gosh, I was listening to you while you were, like, doing your
Right,
readings
how-
and I was driving, and I'm like,
I do the
okay.
same thing now. Like Chrissy's yelled at me like I'm on my way home commenting.
I'm like, I don't want to know. Or the other day, I think it was Diana from Soul Journey Musings, another great reader, was like, shh, I'm working. I'm like, oop, I won't tell anybody. I didn't
Oh, I
shut
think I saw that.
Yeah.
I came in late on that, or after it was over.
Rainy Wednesday vibes. We're getting ready to pull some cards. I always mention the decks we're using. So I pulled out the Water Alchemy Oracle. I feel like rainy day. Let's find out what the water is really saying.
Oh, look at you being all clever with your
Yeah,
choice.
I love a theme. That's the Libra in me. I love a good theme. Oh, and
Sorry.
Scott's watching me. It's Inception. And we're gonna go into another live and another live. It's Inception over here at Venus. But yeah, I like a good theme. And today with the rain coming in,
I like that.
the message of like filling up our cup, cleansing, releasing, whatever. I feel
Now,
like
do you call it alchemy or alchemy?
Alchemy? Yeah,
Alchemy.
alchemy. yeah,
Okay.
like The Alchemist. Anybody read
I'm
that
just
book?
being a smartass.
Did you ever read that book?
No, I don't read.
What?
I'm gonna
The
have to though.
Alchemist, it's a great book, especially for spiritual people.
If it's on Audible, I'll be all in on
It
it.
is. It's actually, I remember like in the preface of the book, it
You
says...
should be on Audible. I could listen to you read a book.
I should. Venus Moon, let's get a little Audible account together. But yeah, I remember reading about it, saying that it was like one of the most translated books after the Bible. It's
Oh.
like it's a very short read, but it's like very spiritually profound, a lot of great wisdom. They have some,
I'll check it out.
yeah, Four Agreements, another great thing from them too, but...
Who's watching? First of all, say hello.
Right.
It's probably Chrissy.
Hi, Chrissy. I promise we're working.
Oh, here, let's share it out. Let's get some people going in here.
Yeah. I'm going to keep shuffling because both of these... Well, I know that this deck in particular is new and it's not really shuffled too well. But yeah. That's the Water Alchemy card, as Scott's talking about. I just really wanted to know what the water means today. I like to say that rainy days
I think that's
fill
a
your
really
cup.
good choice.
Yeah. I pulled one yesterday, the Healing Water Oracle. I liked it. It was nice.
Mm-hmm.
I guess we'll talk a quick recap while people get in this live. Yesterday's message was about getting things in action. So I feel like that's important too with the holidays and stuff. Like if we're constantly in a state of momentum and movement, what are we really like? What's the goal, right? What are we acting towards? Taking that first step towards things that are like on the back burner. What do we do after we take that first step? Are we reflecting and refining, or are we, avoiding and just keeping things going, same old, same old? So yesterday was all about taking action. But yeah, we'll see what's happening today. Let's pull these water cards.
That's a great message heading into, I think, isn't Sunday the full moon?
Yeah.
So taking action, making sure you're wrapping up all those loose ends, right? And we're coming into that full moon for that big release, and then setting all of our intentions for the next moon phase.
There's something on this side. Second, though. Oh, I love that. Okay. Makes a lot of sense. The card here, it's kind of hard to see with this light, but it's the number 8, Crystal. A lot of beautiful harmony happening with all of the animals that are present in this. We have 4 people watching, so if you're watching, give us a comment, an emoji, what's up, what's happening, let us know where you're at. But the message from the Healing Water Alchemy Oracle deck is all about crystal energy and balance, abundance, a lot of harmony happening. I feel like this gives me like lapis, sodalite, angelite, celestite, all of those beautiful blue crystals. For this one, I want to say like too. There's also some like clear quartz, maybe some blue quartz, blue aventurine kind of happening too. A lot of insight, intuition. I feel like it's all leading to harmony, right? Like everything is happy, joyful, moving in its purpose. Nothing is like, I feel like in the sense you have predators and prey living side by side, right? So nothing is in a state of lack. Everything is moving, like I said, in its purpose, in the way that it's supposed to be. And there's a sense of like peace, like rest, being able to kind of take yourself out of what's happening, right, in the physical realm and kind of...
Right, like she's just kind of chilling on that iceberg.
Right, like emotionally resting, spiritually resting. I think part of maybe the message from yesterday about like getting things in action, this card letting it be known that whatever is supposed to happen is going to happen. Allow yourself the pleasure and the privilege to kind of take a step out of it, sit back, and hold yourself in gratitude, right? I feel like that third eye crystal, like the lapis that's kind of here, is very much so like, use your wisdom, be grateful, see the see the blessing of everything that's around you, and yeah, allow that to be like, literally I'm going to say, because I'm wearing Frida Kahlo, we create our own reality. And part of my reality is not answering that phone call right now, but the other part of it...
Don't worry, Chrissy, it said scam likely, so
right.
we're all right.
It's all good. Part of my reality is not adjusting to scams, but we're going to hold ourselves in gratitude, right? Allow things to be in the harmony that it's supposed to be. And I always pull the bottom of the deck just to know, like, what's something that I typically would forget or didn't ask for, and I need to know, but otherwise would have forgotten. And the bottom of it is Nebula. It's a 4. So the beauty of that 4 and 8 energy is just like, or sorry, not 4, 4D, but still, like there is abundance to be had, and a lot of it comes from being in a place of reflection, of introspection, right? Like we're the center of our universe. There's a lot of infinite power that we have the potential to utilize. Similar color schemes happening too, but yeah, a lot of great energy here, a lot of abundance. That's the word of the day for these cards for sure.
Well, and you were talking a lot about the third eye energy, and it's got all the colors of third eye on there.
It's literally beaming out of its eyebrows.
Right.
For sure.
Awesome.
Yeah, they're beautiful, especially on a rainy day, coming from the healing waters, right? Like how quickly it is to be like down and dreary and kind of foggy, and even what you were mentioning of having all the lights on in the store, like, yeah, we have the ability to turn that switch on with ourselves. We have the choice to do it too, but yeah, a lot of beautiful abundance around for us.
Awesome.
Yes.
I'm going to leave that card down for a second if you could.
Yeah.
I also, all along the lines of which was a lot of blue in the card he pulled, so standing in your power, letting your intuition guide your throat chakras, standing in your power, speaking your truth.
Right.
And whenever I get like the underwater, especially like penguins and a seal, like that's freedom, like that free flow, fun.
Yes.
Like, you know, happy feet, the penguins. So just kind of embracing all of that together, wrapped up in his amazing message, I think is a beautiful thing. It's an awesome card.
Yes, the penguins, for sure.
Right? Those are penguins, right?
No, they are, and I love that. I love that you mentioned happy feet because, like, it's true, just the simple nature of trusting your light. Once you find it, like, trusting it fully, communicate it, express it. I also love a fun fact about penguins is that they, like, mate for life. So whether it's romantic partnership, but also platonic, friends, family, community members, like, trust them as well. Allow them to communicate with you in ways that are healthy, but also, yeah, trust your peers, too.
Okay, Scott. Pull a card and validate all of Paolo's words. Okay.
Nice.
Be honest with yourself. All your feelings, even the difficult ones, have a message for you. Accept your truth and let source take it from there. And for me, I always talk about surrendering to source or the universe or spirit, whatever your beliefs, it's all the same.
Right.
And when you turn, we were just talking about how, the mindful living and adjusting your energy. Sometimes we have to be able to adjust our energy minute by minute, depending on your situation. You see like these guiding hands down on her shoulders. It's like, okay, we got you. If you trust it, it will happen. Pretty simple message there, I think. And then you've got the the stars and the messages above. Like, just trust your path, trust your truth. A lot of blue imagery on this one as well. So we got a lot of throat chakra things going on today. That's about it, really. That's a short and sweet one because you said it all already.
I feel like, too, because you have a 5 in this card.
You're with the numbers. Go for it.
Yeah, I feel like, well, my life path is a 5. So I know that it can be interpreted as like conflict, confrontation, change, a lot of things that typically have a negative connotation. But I think maybe the message that this crystal card, abundance, right, is saying, and this being a 5 is like being honest with ourselves in this sense that there is abundance around, even if it doesn't feel like it, right? Like these
We don't always see it.
Yeah, like these can be imaginary hands. So if I don't feel the abundance, if I don't like tangibly have it right in front of me to kind of work with, there's a sense of just trusting that, but being honest about the sense that like I don't need to be able to hold it as a material thing. But yeah, using that 5 energy of confrontation. Like, confrontation doesn't need to mean conflict. I can confront the things that I'm insecure about.
I said those words yesterday.
Yeah, I can confront the things that I'm, like, uncomfortable, insecure, that I'm a little, like, what do I want to say, like, reluctant to kind of talk about. But in the sense of it, right, throat chakra, there is so much abundance of healing, of truth, of connection that happens if we just kind of get over that barrier that we're telling ourselves, the limitations that we tell ourselves. So that 5 energy definitely makes sense with this.
And look at... She's more or less giving herself over and trusting. Look at the peace.
Yeah.
Look at the sense of peace on her face. Like,
It's beautiful.
it's out there for everybody. I always talk about seeing the signs, right? It's count the butterflies. That's a saying I got from a good friend of mine. Always count the butterflies, meaning open your eyes, be open to receiving the messages, and just like Paolo said before, even though you might not be seeing them,
Right.
know that they're there, and when that moment comes, just be ready to receive that message.
Absolutely.
All right, you gonna pull another one?
Yeah, I can. I don't know why.
Well,
like,
you grabbed that other
yeah,
deck. I
it
was
really
like, yeah,
stuck.
do it,
you
man.
know, I'll keep these out just because we're talking.
Yeah.
Something
See how it
about.
plays in.
I think you talking about butterflies. Like when I see the little butterfly in this corner and the owl, I was like, something about this animal deck just makes me feel like I want to know. What does nature have to say?
I was using it the other day, right? So you got the owl with the scroll, bringing you the wisdom. You got the butterfly of transformation, and the pillars, right? The pillar is always you're on your path. It's a gateway. It's I've only used the deck a couple of times, but it's
Yeah.
really fun.
Yeah, I think whenever there's a rainy day, I'd like to give thanks and give gratitude, and something about just like asking nature, right? Maybe if I don't feel compelled to ask spirit or to ask crystals or to ask peers, let me just ask nature, right? Something that is kind of tangible for the most part, but let me ask nature what they got to say. What are my animal guides? What is Mother Earth saying?
All right, while you're doing that, Jerry, I just saw your comment. The deck I pulled from is Sword of Light.
Yes.
The author, Radley Valentine, and he's the same author of the deck Paolo's about to put.
I love that. And we have those two available in stock. I'm not quite sure if we have the water deck in stock at the moment, but that's something we can look into if anybody is interested.
I like that.
I love it. So the card we're pulling here is a sea lion.
There's
which-
a sea lion in
There's
the
a
other one,
sea
too.
lion in this one. So I love how that happens, right?
Right?
No coincidence.
Color
for
therapy,
sure.
third eye. Come on, blue.
Man. We're going to chat about this in a sense, but I want to read
got
what the
it.
card says. It says, your worries and fears aren't real. They're fueled by focusing on the negative, which gives power to that which you're afraid of. Stop worrying, let go of that fear, and everything will be okay. I feel like we basically said that.
It just validated.
It really
both
did,
goals.
yeah. I'm kind of like a little bit starstruck with that. Of it literally is saying what we said of the limiting beliefs we tell ourselves that there is an abundance to be had, especially in the season of the holidays where like there's a pressure to spend and give, and we tell ourselves we don't have the right things to give, and that's not true at all. It could be a phone call that someone needs to hear, right? It doesn't need to be tangible things. I get that from this for sure. It's the 9 of air. This deck is a tarot deck, but the 9 of air. So definitely, right, communication, completing things that
I was going to say, coming close to the end of that cycle.
completing certain conversations that were started but may not have worked out the way that we wanted them to. But also, I want to say, like, realigning our communication too. If we're talking to ourselves, right, in ways that aren't really honest or truthful, or don't really like reflect the way that we want to be in life, or the way that we want to move and talk to our friends and our peers, take a second to kind of reconfigure that, complete those, right, patterns of behavior, those cycles, because it's leading us to abundance. The things, right, that we worry about and fear, they're not real. We're just kind of
Why worry it into existence?
Exactly that. Right? I love it though too when you talked about like coming up on a full moon. Yeah. So we have an opportunity to do this now before the full moon, so that when it is here, right, when things are at their fullest potential, we can release, renew, realign, whatever that needs to be. For sure.
And I see that rock, the imagery, almost like it's sitting on top of a hand.
Right.
Right? You see how it looks like a hand is holding up the seal?
Right.
Like sitting on top of like a pair of hands or something like that. So again, I think that's trusting that support is there from the universe and spirit and nature.
For sure.
Dude, you're pretty magical.
Honestly, we both are. We have it. You didn't see what the bottom of your deck says.
I never do that.
I love to do it because I think, like I said, just sometimes we forget to ask for certain clarifiers. And I love that Scott would pull this. Go ahead.
The goofball pulls. It's time to play. You're working too hard and worrying about everything. Seek out joyous experiences to bring balance into your life. Mm-hmm. So you've always got to strive for balance. When we're out of balance, walking into those walls, it's like either you're working too hard or you're worrying too much. We're talking a lot about worry today. You got to make that time to play, to have that fun. A friend of mine was just talking to me the other day about bringing more play into her world and having more fun. You know, we work, you know, we got bills to pay, we got this to pay, this is happening in the world, that's happening in the world. And, you know, sometimes you just got to go chase a freaking Frisbee. Just have fun.
Oh, I love it. I feel like there's a part to that too of like being loyal to the things that feel joyful.
Oh.
Like when you have a moment and you're like, oh my God, like I loved whatever it may be. Going for a run. I always say getting my nails done. If it's a long drive, if it's listening to music, like whatever those small things are that give you that sense of joy, be loyal to it, right? Like there's a dog here. Be loyal to that partnership that you have with yourself or with, if it is external forces, family, friends, community. But yeah, be loyal to the things that feel joy.
Two people comment the same thing. Worry is my middle name.
Exactly.
They both said the exact same thing. That's crazy. Nicole Bon. What's up, Bon? Sorry, I always have to interrupt and say Bon when she comes on.
You're good. I mean, right? Be playful with it.
Absolutely.
Definitely.
See, and it just came in. Bon.
For sure.
That's crazy. So that's been a fun poll for sure.
For sure.
We should do this more.
This was the last.
Oh, that's right. The bottom of your deck.
The Animal Guides deck, back to the tarot. The bottom of that deck, like I said, I like to pull it. A lot of blue communication, throat chakra, third eye energy happening today. That card was the 6 of air with our lovely little rescue cat. It's funny because I feel like we said this message as well indirectly. But it's saying challenging times are coming to an end, right? That completion of cycles is on its way. But you can now breathe a sigh of relief. Let the past go and embrace the happier times ahead. So there is maybe that certain level of not being honest with ourselves that things are actually in the past. If we're constantly worrying and sort of like rehashing things, we're making it happen again in our present moment. So there's a certain level of release happening, letting go, right? Calming some of those waters that we may tell ourselves, like letting go of things, the way we communicate about our reality definitely plays a huge part into it. So a lot of beautiful blue energy happening, but also touching on some of that solar plexus energy too. And heart chakra, greens.
Yep.
I love that. I know we mentioned...
hang on. I had a thought, because you're going to be doing readings when?
on Friday. On Friday from
This Friday?
Yep, this
Oh,
Friday
nice.
Friday the 13th. And
Catch him doing readings on Friday the 13th. And when?
And Friday the 20th. So the next 2 Fridays this month before the holidays, I'll be doing readings in here. I'll be here definitely like 12:30 on. I know that one Friday we have an event, so we'll end a little earlier. But offering tarot and oracle readings in the store. I'm very grateful and blessed to be here. Come check in. It's first come, first serve. I don't want to take any reservations this time because I know like planning things around the holidays for people is just super hectic. So I'm like, come as you are. When you're here, and we'll chat. And then speaking of readings in the store, we definitely have Heather, one of our favorite readers here. I mentioned to Heather that we were going to be doing a little card pull on live. And Heather, are you still down to pull a card for the collective? I think so too, for sure. If anybody is available to come in today and would love a personal message that isn't general for what's happening on this rainy day vibe, definitely come in and see Heather. Call the store if you want to check in and make sure she's available, whatever. But we're here until 8 today. Lots of beautiful new items on the floor. Heather's here. Scott and I are here. It's a rainy day, but...
Come see us. Come hang out.
I was going to say, what'd you say? It's always sunny at Venus.
It's always sunny at Venus.
Oh my gosh. Oh, we're going in and out. Must be the weather, right?
Yeah, it keeps freezing on my phone.
I got you.
Look at that.
Oh, cute. It does. Wait, also, I don't want to do
Yeah.
But yeah.
Oh, see the slow connection thing? It always, I think it's the phone more than anything else. Because when Chrissy's phone's in here, it's always fine. Chrissy, I think we need to upgrade the store phone.
Yeah.
You know, something for bigger hands. Pushing little buttons. But
I love that.
all right, guys. Well, I think that's good. You want to wrap it up?
Yeah.
That's
We're
it.
here.
We're here.
Come see us. That's it. Have a beautiful rest of your day. And trust the waters. That's all I got to say.
All right.